Today I'm going to show you how to do selective color on an image in Photoshop. The first thing you need to do is get an image open and make all of your adjustments. It's resized, it's adjusted, my image is good to go. If you don't remember how to do that, I have other tutorials to help you with resizing and making adjustments. You can refer back to those. Alright, so I'm going to assume that your image is like mine, that it's resized and adjusted and ready to make the edits. The first thing I want to do is label my image. I'm going to double click on where it says layer 0 and I'm going to type in a new name. For me, I'm just going to type in background. Once I have my layer labeled with background, I'm going to duplicate it. So I'm going to right click on the layer in my layers palette and I'm going to hit duplicate layer. This time though, I'm going to label it black and white. And I'm going to hit OK. So now I have two layers. I've got my original background layer and I've got my duplicated copy that I've called black and white. What I need to do now is I need to make my black and white layer black and white. So I've clicked on it to make it blue. I'm going to go into Image, Adjustments, Desaturate. Desaturate is going to remove all of the color and make it black and white. What you'll find is that it makes your image feel a little bit gray. So the easiest thing to do is to go into your adjustment layers, to click on levels, and I'm just going to boost my midtones a tiny bit, maybe even my shadows a little bit, to get the contrast back that I lost when I desaturated. Okay, I'm going to hit alright. Alright, so now I've got my background and my black and white layer and then my adjustment layers, or levels. I'm going to click on my black and white layer in the layers palette and I'm going to add a layer mask. So I'm going to go to Layer, Layer Mask, and I'm going to hit Reveal All. You'll see that there's this little box attached, just like in your adjustment layer. I want to make sure that that little box is highlighted with a little frame, which it is. And now if I go to my paintbrush and I change my foreground color, right now it's white, I'm going to change it to black by clicking on these little double arrows. Anywhere I paint with my paintbrush is going to reveal the color underneath. You can see that I've made this little layer mask. Anywhere that I've painted has turned it black. If I want to hide the color and go back to black and white, I'm going to click on the double arrows and I'm going to paint with white. So white is going to conceal color, black is going to reveal color. And this is how I add selective color to my image. Obviously, if I want to change the size of my brush, I can either do it with the master diameter slider, or I can do it with the parentheses keys that are next to the letter P on my keyboard. So I can change the size of my brush to do big areas or small areas. And that's how you do selective color in Photoshop.